We are the Master Traitors
We are the Master Traitors podcast.
We are gonna
Master
find
Traitors
out who the traitors are.
Who's the traitors?
Hi,
Oh.
and welcome to the Master Traitors podcast. If you're a fan of the Traitors US Season 2, you're in the right spot because I am your snake daddy, your cheeseburger princess, your shit poster supreme Matt Keck, and alongside me is the light of my life.
Paul, selfish more than skillful shields.
Oh, man, it was a hot episode. But
Oh.
before we dive headfirst into it, let me tell you exactly who we are. We're two comedians from Kansas City who have played many, many games of a game called Ultimate Werewolf, which in rules is identical to how they play Traitors until the ending. But for the most part, it's the same game, and we've played thousands upon thousands of games at this, at parties, at our houses, at cons, all around the country. We've played some Ultimate Werewolf, and we're here to break down the strategy and the skill. Now, let me give you a few plugs before we get started. If you're in Kansas City, with very few of you are, our next show is going to be March 8th at the Rhino. And then after that, I'll be filming my special at the Rhino April 19th. Also in Kansas City, March 10th, I'll be doing a drop-in, a little guest spot at the Funny Bone in Zona Rosa. That should be right before the Oscars starts, so I'll be able to get home and watch those.
Oh, wow.
What else we got going on?
We got a podcast?
We got another podcast that you should be listening to. It's called The Bottom Boys, and once this season wraps up, we'd love for you to come hang out with us. We love to talk about all sorts of random topics. Our most recent one, we got with a couple of our fellow comedians and talked about what we would do with a holodeck from Star Trek.
Yeah.
And it got off the rails, but it was a hit and a half. So, I mean, we left off with MJ.
Oh, yeah. What's she gonna vote?
What was she gonna vote? And, you know, in my heart of hearts, I knew. In my heart of hearts, I knew. I didn't want to know, but I knew that she was...
We knew she should have voted for.
Right.
But then after we got done with the last times,
Yeah.
you know, I read, actually someone had in one of our comments and mentioned.
Yeah. I saw this.
Yeah, that Peter kept freaking kicking MJ
Out of the room.
out the room.
Of course she did. Of course she voted for him. Of course she voted for him. After I saw that comment, I went, no. Oh, yep. I forgot about that. He did. He kicked her out of the room.
Yep.
He did a no girls allowed, tapped on the sign, kicked her ass out. And, of course, she votes him. You know, he took it hard. I knew he would. It's funny because I said it most of the game. He was Icarus, right?
Yep.
He
Flying
said
too
it.
close to the sun.
He was all gas, no brakes, is how he
Yep.
said it. And
All gas, no brakes.
our boy Burkow was upset. So blindingly obvious. And my apologies to the 9 listeners from the UK. But I'm going to keep doing it. Shout out to Narnia. What's up, boys? My boy Burkow, my man is pissed. He was so mad. He's like, it's so blindingly obvious, you fucking morons. This is worse than Parliament. Oh, I swear to God. And all...
They murdered him.
They did.
They murdered him.
They straight up killed him. And, you know, all of Peter's killers at the end, like, they're getting the guilt trip from CT and Trishelle and the people who were, like, you know, voted for Phaedra. They're getting the huge guilt trips.
Yeah.
I love that their only response that first night is, They didn't have anything. They didn't have an offense. It was just,
And you see, whenever they get done at the table and Peter goes, you see Phaedra sipping tea. Almost.
Just sipping. I could tell early on. I thought Sheree was gonna be real big mad because she's very. The hard one to convince. She's the one that early on you can't convince. She trusts Phaedra too much. She forgets it's a game.
Oh, yeah.
Forgets it's a game and puts her faith in her for too long. And I know that eventually we get there, but
they made you think that too when they went. There's a where they go in there and ask about it, and they get her in a confessional. She's like, it doesn't look good for her, but I don't think she's a.
Yeah.
I don't think she's a traitor. I think she's a faithful.
Yeah, they had you. I think they had you believing that Sheree was still on Phaedra's side a little longer than she probably was. I think she knew deep down that what was going to happen. Can't skip the turret.
Oh no! Before that, they had a section where they were meeting, and below deck Kate was there, and there was like 3 of the others, and Trisell's like, I think there's 2 traitors, and then you can see below deck Kate just looking.
Yeah.
It's so obvious.
She hit him with the Tucker Carlson, like straight up. It was that dumb Tucker face. What? Oh man, what are you talking about? Another traitor? How could there be? One of the lines that made me laugh was when Phaedra said a lot of fire was coming her way, but that's how you turn coal into diamonds. I'm fairly certain it's not.
Nope, that burns the coal.
Yeah, I think that is how you warm your home. I think that's what Bob Cratchit wanted in A Christmas Carol.
It's
coal
how the
and
train
fire.
goes. It makes the train go.
Yeah, that's the chugga-choo-choo. Pressure. It's the pressure you're under that creates the diamonds, Phaedra. But don't worry, you're also going to be warm because of all that fire.
We made our way to the west, and look, this train has made so many diamonds.
It's full. The engine's full of diamonds. It's so full of. I have so many diamonds in my backyard and my grill right now. I cook burgers. I get diamonds. I'm rich as fuck. They go to the turret and immediately they mock my boy. Immediately they talk shit about his speech. They're mean. They're so fucking mean. I was mad. This whole time, but it's fine because we immediately cut to breakfast. And Sandra lets us know how popular she is, all the while talking with her mouth full like a fucking barbarian.
And she's she's like the fucking knock whisperer. She fucking.
Oh yeah, except that she doesn't know who anyone's knock. She got
guy
CT.
Knock. That's a girl knock.
Yeah, she got CT.
This guy knock. That's a girl knock.
But then everybody's knock was John.
Yeah. Phaedra knock. He's like,
Sheree
that's
was
John. That's John.
Trishelle was John.
Phaedra apparently knocks like the Hobbit.
Yeah, they all do. Apparently, they all had party business with Bilbo Baggins on his 111th birthday.
This boy knock. That's John's knock.
Yeah, so
I know John's knock.
And R.I.P. to my number one because John doesn't make it. This is it. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend. You have been the one. You have been the one for me. Oh man! Shout out to Burkout. R.I.P. to a real one.
So who? Okay, you're in the turret.
His macabre face.
Oh yeah, the macabre.
Yeah, but okay, I'm in the turret.
You're in the turret.
I am.
Who do you vote out?
Sheree.
Yep.
I would have, and
if you want any chance, it's the only chance you have of making it not seem like it's you.
Yes, she stuck to killing Pete's people even after Pete was gone.
You vote out Sheree.
Really needed to mix things up. Yeah. I know she was trying to keep people to protect herself, but she had already lost a lot of the people she thought she needed to keep.
Mm-hmm. And then you can argue that she was the only one going to keep her around.
Right. Why would Phaedra ever kill Sheree?
Yep.
And that would have been the only move that could have protected her.
Yeah, because she would be the one that would vote for her to stay in.
Yep.
So that's why the other person would have killed
And
Sheree.
Instead, she kills my boy Burkout, who no one knows how old he is because people in England don't get Botox.
Yeah. MJ. That was great.
I mean, listen, they don't get dental work, MJ, so they're not gonna get Botox. Our boy Alan shows up because it's time for someone to be dead. Alan's outfit is time. It's time for one of the. I think we get one. Is there only one more episode after this? Or
I don't know if it is or not because we'll
know soon, I guess. But we're getting close to the end on these outfits.
Even though it's the last murder,
right? You still might have another episode for the finale part.
Yeah. I mean, the last vote off, and I don't even know if they're going to do a murder. But
yeah, I'm not sure either.
We'll see. Well, yeah.
I guess we're going to find out.
Yeah. So.
But Alan's outfit, a nice tailored jacket, gold plate like gold paisley. Like it might even be gold, honestly, knowing him. He's got the little black beret. It's got a little like
gold threads.
Little feather like pendant on the beret. What I really liked was the turtleneck because it reminded me of my current favorite father figure from professional wrestling, Christian. And then beyond that, he had these sheer gloves that were just fantastic. The gloves gave him a whole extra point from me. In my sticking to my original review scale, I apologize once again for being too straight, but he gets a 4 out of 5.
4 out of Are you serious?
What did you think?
That was amazing.
You think
outfit was amazing.
Think it's 10s across the board?
That's a great, amazing.
You know what?
10s across the board, man.
You know what? There's enough passion here. There's enough passion here that I'm willing.
I'm sorry, but when you came in,
it's okay. I'm willing to change.
It just made me smile.
Hey, and that's all that really matters. That's what really matters here.
I was like, well, that
10s across the board. We're switching it. 5 out of 5. 10s across the board. Man. CT's pretty funny here. He finds out he's the only guy left, and he's like, oh, yeah, now I feel like I'm on a dating game. Like, yeah, you do, boy. And honestly, I think all the ladies kind of have a crush on CT.
Oh, yeah.
I think all of them got
Phaeded
little...
for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we already know that.
And I mean, this was
Sure.
his episode,
now
too.
Peter's
he got
out,
to go...
Trishulle's going down there.
Oh, yeah, and he's got to go show off. He's the last one left that can do anything. So MJ is starting to figure out the Phaedra thing pretty quick. She's the first one that really feels like she's the one who fucked up, and she knows she fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, again, Peter, you did it yourself. You showed her out.
Oh, yeah.
But,
absolutely.
Yeah. Let's play a little thing here.
Okay.
I'm
ready.
Role play deal.
Role play.
Okay?
I'm ready.
You be MJ.
I'm MJ. Okay.
I'll be...
Let me hit my head real hard.
And I'll be Below Deck Kate.
Can I be Jennifer Coolidge playing MJ?
Ooh, yeah, please be.
Oh, great.
Oh, that's actually close.
All right.
You come in, and then you tell me, so I think it's for sure going to be Phaedra.
I think it's probably going to for sure be Phaedra.
Well, you know, in Below Deck Kate, I'm Below Deck Kate, and I was thinking maybe Sandra?
Oh, shit. I'm going to completely change my mind. Maybe.
Yeah.
If no one else interrupts this conversation.
Yeah, maybe it was CT, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
Oh, wait, you might be right.
Yeah.
Maybe if no one interrupts, you'll be able to... Oh, hi, CT.
Was it you?
No, wait, maybe it was me. I might have... Wow.
She's so easy to convince. It was so... I was like, what? It just took her saying Sandra, and you're like, I didn't... And then she goes...
Oh, man.
I'm not saying Kate's smarter than me, but...
I think Kate's smarter than me.
I think Kate's smarter than me.
Of course.
Am I saying Kate's smarter?
Of course, Trishelle this whole time is whining. She's whining and whining about who's doing what, and then she comes out to try and fight. After Sandra interrupted awkwardly. Sandra interrupts awkwardly because they're accusing her, as Kate's seeding the doubt, which is a smart move. I think this is a good move by Kate to seed the doubt on Sandra, because Sandra was unfortunately very close with Phaedra. But... yeah, and then Trishelle, she's whining inside, and she had enough. She's going out to fight, and then she cries. She cries, and they all hug.
And Below Deck Kate's like, yeah, we know. You don't want Phaedra. You're voting against Phaedra. We know.
We get it. Okay? Get it. Oh, my God. Come on. She's Squidward. Come on. Would you guys seriously come up with something new? I'm just going to do voices this episode. So we get to the challenge. $30,000 on the line. They got a pile of dirt next to the water. It looks kind of like the Triceratops turds from Jurassic Park. That's one huge pile of shit.
Yep.
There's all sorts of gold nuggets in this dirt. Each one's worth $150. There's also one shield in the dirt, and you don't get any of it unless you cross over the river on these floating rafts. Now, they used to have something like this at a place called Super Splash USA here in Raytown, Missouri, which is close by. They weren't like the little floating docks like this. They were a little smaller, and it was lily pads, and you had to jump across the floating lily pads. But you had a rope to hold onto. They don't.
Oh, I think maybe I had been there. You'd seen that. Yeah, they didn't have ropes.
They have something kind of similar at Worlds of Fun or Oceans of Fun, where it's like a
that's
log.
Right. I've seen it on Oceans of Fun.
Yeah, and this is kind of like that. But this is, they're bigger. They're big platforms.
They're moving.
Let me just
quite a ways away.
Let me just say this was basically an episode of Wipeout. This was Wipeout.
Oh yeah. John Cena showed up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You didn't see him, but he was there.
Alan was dying laughing.
I would have been too. Are you kidding me?
He was just dying
Phaedra
laughing.
goes out there and owns herself so hard that she never goes back. She hit herself so hard on that thing that she was like, I'm good. I'm good. She flops. MJ gets the shield and she flops. Sandra flops. And this is what happens when you kill all the gamers, okay? You've killed all of your gamers. You've kept all of your, housewives, and now you have a game. Well, who comes and saves the day? The two gamers. Trishelle and CT start taking these things, and, CT's a damn hero in this thing. They get a ton of this gold.
MJ starts digging. She finds the shield.
Yeah,
she's tossing poop everywhere. On CT's just like,
and he's like, "What are you doing? You're throwing it on my shit. What the fuck? This is some sabotage." Man, she fell so many times trying to get this shield.
Yeah.
I doubt they showed all of them. I wish they did a supercut of her just like owning it herself. But she does make it. Final count.
The very end, they did it, so she did it in the very end.
She gets it to the last few seconds.
CT's got all the gold like on that.
Yeah, he carried. He carried so much of that gold. It was insane. He figured out how the platforms worked though, and once you figure out like the physics on some stuff like that, it's pretty easy to like keep going with it. Muscle memory and shit.
You just gotta keep your balance.
Yeah, and the speed, like Trishelle said, you wait too long, it dips in the water. It moves. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
MJ finally gets there to the end, last seconds. For a second, I thought CT was staying around near the end, hoping she might toss it to him. Time
I
was running out.
That's what I said, Laura. I was like, maybe she will give it to
just toss it over there. Yeah, to get it over because she couldn't get it over.
So somebody could
do
it,
but
but
make it.
But it is a good move not to,
of course,
because the less people,
of course,
they can get you out, then the better.
But I do love that they immediately cut to her just being cocky as all shit in, like, the confession room right after she made it. She's like, "That's right, bitch. Now I'm going to win the fucking game." And it's like, you just fell in that water so many times. There's a leech in your pants right now.
So I guess they are going to have a murder then.
She got a shield. Yeah.
Ooh, I wonder if they're going to recruit.
I don't know. I doubt it. I bet not. But I do bet they kill.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be kind of...
Because they got to kill. Yeah. Because why else have the shield?
Right. So how... Yeah.
Exactly. So they get $28,350, which makes our overall total for the winners $158,100. That's quite a bit. As we're walking back to the castle, we also find out a juicy piece of information, and that is that when CT showers, he uses all the hot water. What you doing in there, CT?
He's a big guy. He's a big guy.
Uh-huh. What you doing? You playing another game in there, CT? Shake it 3 times, you're playing with it, my guy. That's all I'm saying. So CT uses the hot water, and Sandra, she's thinking Phaedra. Kate is pushing Sandra.
She says to put thinking she's doing the old we should get the one we know.
Uh-huh. So that you can win in the end.
Right.
It's a smart play for her to do right now.
I guess.
But it does throw suspicion on you.
If she was trying to help.
She was. She did her best to help Phaedra.
Yeah.
She did. And she put in a lot of work to help Phaedra in this episode, which does come to a head. Like she put in a lot of work.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is the part where we get to Sheree and Phaedra pulling each other to the side. And, man.
Oh, yeah.
It gets intense with this stuff because I feel like sometimes it gets almost too personal. And at first I thought Sheree was making it too personal until we got to the round table and Phaedra just flat out was like, I've been your friend for 30 years. Lie. But, like, Sheree's like, she's been my friend for so long, I feel like I can trust her. And it's like, well, sure, but also this is a game. You can't trust her. That's the whole point of this game.
Well, right.
If I'm in a game and I'm in first of all, it's not fair to put someone you know really well in the position of like, if you lie to me about what you are in this game, we are not okay. Like, that's not fair. You're in this game together. Right.
Plus, also, they don't know all the rules because I believe they took a vow thing that they would not tell people that they were the traitor, right?
Yes, exactly, because you can't. Like, that's against the
rules.
That
was like one of the rules.
Yes.
I think at the beginning.
Yes, it's like
at least
flat out.
said that.
Which is interesting because I wonder if the people who aren't traitors, if they knew that rule, if they could just say, yeah, I'm the traitor, and then people would know they weren't.
Yeah. I don't think it would matter too much.
Yeah.
Just because they would... I think they put it in there so that they just
so you don't
didn't.
just give it away.
Right.
And then if you're using it for a strategy, they'd probably be fine with it because it's a dumb strategy.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, this was a little uncomfortable because Phaedra does still straight up lie to her, but
yeah, she's like, look me in the eyes.
Yeah, and she's like,
are you a traitor? And then she goes, you said what?
What'd you say? What was that?
You said what?
What? Hold on. Huh? What's that? Yeah, Phaedra, you're hilarious. It's fucking hilarious.
If I was her, I think maybe I would just tell her I was.
I had to get really good at knowing what my tells were because of Werewolf, because we play with so many people we know so well. Like, my wife, she could do the look me in the eyes and tell me if you're a traitor or a villager or a werewolf or not.
Yeah.
And I would have to figure out what my tells were so that I could lie properly. And well, we know Phaedra's got the tells. She's got the
more than
twitchy
that.
eyes.
She got so many tells.
Yeah. She closed. She damn near closed her eyes.
She did that. You said what?
Her eyes were almost closed.
She's like looking this way, and she was over here. I am not a traitor. And Sheree was over here.
Yeah, look me in my eyes, huh?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not a traitor.
Yeah, she looked her in her eyes the same way Daredevil looked her in the eyes. I mean, I swear to God, it was great. So we get to the round table.
Daredevil's blind.
Yeah, you get it? like Stevie Wonder. We get to the round table,
Allegedly.
and this is... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just like Malaysia's real. We get to the round table, and this is some Mean Girls sucking up to Regina George shit. It's so funny how they're all like, girl, I love you so much. I'm so sorry. We're the best of friends, and I'm sorry I have to do this. I get it. You know, you don't want people to think you don't like them when you're
right
about to kill them.
Putting their nose. They're just voting them out. They're not killing them.
Right, sure. But, I mean, you are, right?
But it's the same thing as when somebody kills you.
Right. And so Phaedra decides she's too tired to fight. She gives up.
Yeah.
She's too tired to fight. First, she thought God was going to help her win a reality show backstage. And then I think as soon as Sheree voted against her, she realized God didn't show up to the round table tonight. Because everyone ends up voting against her. She even Kate was an early vote.
She wanted, but then when she said
she wasn't gonna fight, Kate changed her mind.
Yeah.
And you could hear her writing with that chalk while they were during the Jeopardy.
She was mad. I could tell. I could see she was mad in it, and it was I would have been mad too, but still. Kate, you got to control yourself a little bit.
Yeah, see, here's the problem. What does she call her? She's super ruthless. She says that she was selfish and played without skill.
Yep.
The problem is Kate calling that out is selfish and playing without skill. It's a hypocritical thing to be yelling when you're at the round table because these people don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
What do you mean she's playing without skill and she's selfish? You very clearly have some deeper connection to this game with her because that we don't know about.
Yeah, because there's nothing that we've seen, at least, that we've seen.
Yeah.
that showed her being
at all. And then this fire suddenly,
Mhm.
and I didn't think anyone was gonna pick it up. But
No.
then your girl,
And they voted Phaedra out.
they do. They unanimously vote her out
Unanimous.
first time. And she says that she was a faithful traitor. Very funny. Cutesy dootsy. She was ready to go. Ready to get out of Scotland. I get it, Phaedra. It was tough. You had to lie to all the people you know. You played a good game. CT flirts with you on the way out. Tells you you're the best. Gives you a little wink. And your girl swoops in like Batman. Queen Detective,
Yep.
Sherlock fucking Holmes, Sandra sniffing out Kate.
Yep. Why'd
Look
you
at
say,
you figuring out.
She, why'd you say he was more than? She was more than selfish and stuff. Below deck Kate, and then MJ just speaks up for her.
It's because she didn't. It's because she killed people in the other group. Yeah.
I try to give MJ credit for sometimes, but then I'm like, man, I don't know.
This is the Scottish White Lotus.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know.
Oh, poor
Well, like
MJ.
after they voted,
I love you to death.
after
But
they voted
my
Peter
goodness, girl.
off the deal,
Yeah.
and they do her confessional thing, she's like, MJ goes, Peter said, why would I vote all the people off? What I would kill all the people that were on my team, each one of them off. And that, that made a lot of sense.
Right after having said they didn't present any compelling evidence, so I voted for Phaedra. It's like, I think that's the whole argument. Poor MJ. But she's still around. She's still there.
She is.
And a lot of more clever people are not, because they were too clever for their own good. Sometimes you don't need to be the most clever person in the room. You just need to be the most personable person in the room. That's what almost carried Phaedra to victory. Even when people knew she was a bad guy, they liked her.
Yep. Icarus.
Mm-hmm.
Icarus Peter.
Fly too close to the sun, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Flying too close to the sun. Well, my number one from last week is Out the Fucking Door.
There's a... So do you think... So now... So they just did the vote off with Phaedra.
Yep.
If they don't add a traitor...
Right.
And Kate's going to get to kill someone...
Yes.
First, who do you think... do you... Because I don't think they'll allow this. I don't think they will allow a no vote.
Yeah, agreed.
I don't think they'd allow a no vote. But
Agreed.
sometimes was a strategy
that we would do. We would decide to not kill anyone because we
Right.
didn't know if anyone
But I
was
don't
a
think they'll allow
werewolf.
that here, because if you did that there...
Then it would switch the numbers up a lot.
It would switch up the numbers. But I think that if they allow it, that would be the move that I would do if I was Kate.
Oh, yeah.
Just because it would look like maybe
they got rid of the traitors.
Maybe that was the last traitor.
Yeah. Well, and she knows who has the shield. She could do that on purpose. She could go after MJ. And...
Oh, yeah.
She could choose her.
She could choose to do that.
And then make it
you're
look
right.
like there's no traitors left.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. I guess you're right.
Or that the traitors picked MJ, but they all know who has the shield. Everyone knows who has the shield.
So you're saying she could get around the old...
Yeah, she could pick MJ.
technicality.
They were. He doesn't
But
have
if
to
they
tell.
did that... But I think if they did that, if they didn't want her to do that, they would be like, no, can't.
Yeah, they probably would. But that's still... If they'd let you, that's what I'd do. Yeah. If they'd let you, I'd be like, hey, I got this plan. I bet they'd let you do it, because as long as you explained it to the cameras and made it compelling.
Yeah. Yeah. And be like, that way tomorrow, when we get to vote each other
They
off...
don't know whether there's traitors or not.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, ooh, yeah, spicy.
And then she's like, I agree with, there's no traitors left.
I don't think there's any traitors left. I think we got rid of
all the
them.
money.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That's my move.
Because she is next on the line, I think. Now, this might be Sandra,
she
maybe.
tried to feed Sandra, but I
But-
think Sandra made up for herself in that. I honestly think Sandra's gonna save herself here. She's gonna bring up what Kate did, and CT and them are gonna follow. CT and Trishella follow. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if we don't know if next time is the last or
We
not,
don't.
I think I think I move Sandra
Uh-huh.
back up to number 1 because I put
Yep.
Below Deck Kate there.
Yeah, Sandra's my number 1 right
I
now.
put Sandra back up to number 1. I'll put CT in number 2 because I think the Faithfuls are going to win this thing.
I do too. I do too.
But, well, I guess, I mean, that's kind of...
Because then a group of them win.
Yeah, so I guess making Below Deck Kate number 3 is kind of...
That's what I mean. Yeah,
That's kind of cheating it out a little bit.
That's
but,
what I did too, though.
Yeah.
I got Sandra, Trishelle, and Below Deck Kate.
Okay. Ooh, Trishelle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's at
Really?
this point. I think she's less of a target to Kate than CT would be.
Well, if she doesn't do that and she kills someone, she's going to have to kill someone.
I think she'll kill CT.
You think she will, or you think she's going to kill Sandra, who's brought up that she's...
Actually, that's a great point. Sandra.
Yeah.
Why?
No, I thought about that. Dang it.
Uh-oh. I don't know. I'm risking her at number 1 still.
Yeah, I've had her there that whole time, so I'm with you.
I think
can't
so.
change it.
Yeah, don't change.
I can't
Stick with
change
your
it.
girl. Stick with
Yeah.
that mouthful,
I can't change
slobbing
it.
all over herself. Jaws looking.
Who did we pick last time to move through to the...
CT, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Or did I pick Burkow? I picked Burkow, and he got because I said he was my number 1 and said he was winning the whole thing.
I know. I think you picked John before, I think. Maybe you did say CT.
I bet I did.
I forgot to write it down.
Yeah, I didn't write it down.
Yeah.
I have it in a different notebook because I'm an idiot.
Yeah. So,
Now I have to go back and listen.
so I guess... So basically...
Let's just say
We're
we're
both
both
saying-
out.
We're both saying Sandra.
Yeah, I mean, that's the pick, right? That's
Right,
who we think's
'cause we both
winning.
put her number 1.
Sandra, pull through for us, girl.
Do it.
You're our last hope.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, well, this has been another fun week. I'm excited
my
to see how
goodness.
this wraps up. The drama continues. Thanks for following along with the Master Traitors
And-
podcast. Yeah.
Why? Okay. So, again, sorry. I just came to my head.
I'm here.
We just finished watching this after show, so sometimes
Sometimes it
pops
just
in my
comes
head.
late. Yeah.
Why did MJ immediately after Below Deck Kate was made a traitor, she noticed something was wrong with her face when she went into breakfast,
But then
and then
just forgot
nothing
about
else.
it.
And then she's just believing her through everything.
She's got
now.
that goldfish memory.
I guess so.
Wait.
Yeah, she's Ted Lasso in it. I guess.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Wow.
Oh yeah. I was thinking. I think it was Sheree, maybe.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Did you vote for her, MJ?
Yeah. That's wow.
Oh,
Okay,
my
guys.
goodness.
Thanks for hanging with us. This has been really fun. I'm loving this show. I'm loving that people are following along. Keep leaving us comments on YouTube, on Spotify, wherever you're following along. We love to hear from you. I am your... and follow us on social media at the Arson... Or not the, just at Arson Club KC. I'm your Snake Daddy, your Cheeseburger Princess, your Shit Poster Supreme Matt Keck. Alongside me is the light of my life,
Paul Fergus is my dad. Shields.
I think Fergus might be your dad. And we'll see you later on the Master Trader podcast.